Hi, let me introduce myself. My name is Sandy Holowach, and I am a Ruby director with Mia Bella's Candles. I am from Canada. I reside in St. Albert, Alberta, Canada. And when I was asked or found out about these My Stories, I was pretty excited to do mine because mine might be a little different than others. It wasn't until sitting down to do this that I realized this year marks 25 years that I have been not only in the direct selling business, but with a fragrance company. So way back in 1998, I joined a different candle company. And I did just like many people do. I joined because I wanted to get my candles at a discount. Then I quickly realized that I could actually make some money. My son was 5 years old at the time, and I was a single mom. So I knew that I was going to need that little bit of extra money simply because my son was showing promise playing soccer, and I could see where the path was headed, and I would need that little extra money to put him into competitive soccer, and I was right. So fine, I joined that company, made enough money to help support my son's soccer career, I guess we'll call it. And yes, he did play soccer right up from age 4, right up to age 18. So moving forward with them, I kind of had a little bit of a setback. And now before I talk about a setback, I need to read to you something that I captured today. A church near me every couple of weeks puts up a saying on their billboard. And today's caught my attention. So I want to share that with you because it really goes to the heart of my story. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. Well, that can definitely apply to my story. So unfortunately, in the year 2000, I suddenly lost my fiance. And let's just say that the year 2000 was a write-off. So I quit with that first company because my heart wasn't in it. I went on, life goes on. And however, I was missing my candles, my scents. I was missing it. And I was missing that added income. So I was introduced to another large company, a scent company. They're still around. They're very big. And I was lucky enough to be the second distributor, consultant, whatever they called it at the time. I was only the second one in Alberta, Canada. Now that was back in 2009. I stayed with them for, I guess that would be 10, 11, 3 years. And then once again, that storm hit my life. Not proud of it, but in 2012, I suffered from a drug addiction and I had to go to rehab. I'm proud to say now, though, and I'm not ashamed of it anymore because I'm now proud of myself that I am now 10 plus years clean. So this thing about clearing the way, well, when I got back from rehab, that was 2012. 2 years later, in 2014, I was starting to be with the wrong people, and I was starting to feel that I wanted to go back to the wrong lifestyle. And by the grace of God, a friend of mine begged me to come to an opportunity meeting that was held here in Edmonton. So I went unwillingly. However, I had money in my back pocket, and I won't get into what that money was going to be used for. We can all figure out and read between the lines. Well, at this opportunity meeting, I met some wonderful ladies, and I heard about the opportunity with the company we all now know is no longer around. However, they were offering that if anybody signed up right there on the spot, they were then going to raffle off a separate kit. And I went, wait a minute. Here's something to make me more money. And I was watching the room, and no one else was joining. So I thought to myself, I can use this money that's in my back pocket, and I can get 2 kits. Well, guess what? I signed up. Well, that was a turning point for me in my life. I realized what a mistake I was about to do that night. And I'm so thankful that somebody intervened, and I was in a room full of women with candles. And so I joined. I did very well with that other company. I too had to go through the shock like many others when they closed their doors. It was a grieving process. I'm not going to deny that. But the good thing was that, again, it was a storm that was meant to clear my path. So starting with that company, it cleared my path to keep on track to stay sober and clean. Second of all, when that company jolted all of us, that storm, once again, was to clear my path to Mia Bella's. So this coming July will be my 3rd year anniversary with Mia Bella's. And all I can say is it has changed my life. I make more money selling Mia Bella's than I have with any of the other 3 fragrance companies. That's the bottom line. That's what you want to hear. But however, it's the support that I receive and the daily support that I can get. I can get onto our Facebook page and have an answer to a question within hours. I have an upline, many girls, many friends, candle sisters that can get me an answer immediately. Heck, I can phone Bob at head office if I want to. It is truly a family affair. And I've never felt so known. When I call in or talk to anybody, I just say, hey, it's Sandy from Canada. And they know who I am. They can put my face to my name. And that was never like that with any of the other 3 companies. So the reason I actually really fell in love with Mia Bella, I'll be honest, is I heard that a lot of the other girls were joining. And I was like, hey, what's the big deal? All I keep hearing is this palm wax. Well, the saying goes, you can't do better until you know better. So I had never heard of palm wax. I had no idea that I had been selling an inferior product to my candle people for so many years. So I did my research. I looked it up. I read on what palm wax was, and I was shocked. So ever since I tried that first Mia Bella candle, it sure didn't take me long to join. And now I can teach my customers, new and old, I can teach them the difference. And it makes me feel proud that I am representing a company that is ethical, that takes care of their people, that only produces the top-notch product. I have burned a lot of candles in my life. Nothing, absolutely nothing can compare to a Mia Bella candle. The fragrance is right through. There is no soot. I don't have to lie to myself and say, oh, well, there's that little black soot mark on the wall because, oh, it was my fault. I didn't take care of the candle. Wrong. So that's kind of my story, a little bit ups and downs in my life. But again, I'm going back to that saying that I happened to see today. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some of them come to clear your path. And the few stories I shared with you, it was the storm or God clearing my path to something better. And I now know that I'm exactly where I belong. And I want to thank you all for listening to my story. And if any of you that watch this, if it piques your interest and you want to learn more about Mia Bella's, or maybe you might just want to join, please feel free to reach out to whoever it was that shared this video with you, and they'll be able to take it from there. Thanks so much for listening. Much appreciated. Everyone have a great day.